Final portion of the show, we got to address this migrant crisis. We got to address the migrant crisis, y'all. I remember at one point, I only want to spend 10 minutes on this. I remember at one point that we were tackling the migrant crisis every day. We didn't miss every day for about 9 months straight. 9 months straight, it was migrant crisis, migrant crisis, migrant crisis. This is what's happening in Chicago. This is what's happening in New York. Hey, migrants beat up the police officers. Migrants tried to shoot some police officers. Migrant. I believe people became tone deaf to the migrant crisis. But the migrants didn't get tone deaf to taking over Denver apartments. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me give you a little bit of a summary of what's happening in these migrant streets, man.
Here at 5, the new video surfacing today showing a huge problem with what some are calling gang violence at an apartment complex in Aurora. The video shows men entering an apartment building with several weapons and then busting down a door.
And all of this taking place.
Now, as they walking around with guns and butter, baby. It's about guns and butter. Artwork that appreciate with value. Dumb mother effers. Guns and butter, baby. Them guns was stolen, right? I just want to make sure that y'all understand that the guns that they walking out with are some of the same guns that they were breaking into, right? They broke into other places in order to get their guns, and now they're using those guns to basically take over multiple different apartment buildings. Let's continue.
The apartments, which had become a crime hotspot in that city. Fox 31's Vicente Arenas was at that complex today as people were moving out, fearing for their safety. Vicente is joining us live from that complex with a closer look at that eye-opening video, Vicente.
It is eye-opening, Erica. It is significant because this is the first time we've actually seen what has been happening inside that apartment complex at different times. This video, there's 2 different clips you're about to see. One of them, people carrying guns, and another where 2 people are just trying to break down a door.
The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edge Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier.
Dude got a scope on his gun now.
Earlier this month, one of the men can be seen talking on a cell phone. They all then gather around a door and go in. Another video clip shows men forcing a door open. But what or who they were searching for, not clear. The video was shot in the building where Cindy and Edward Romero lived until today. They loaded up their stuff and moved out.
It's been a nightmare and I can't wait to get out of here.
This is how Cindy used to lock her front door.
Every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage, every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
The couple's car and many others here were riddled with bullets after a shootout at the complex earlier this month. The Romeros say the trouble started when a large number of migrants began moving in. They had not been able to move out for different reasons.
We couldn't get any. We tried reaching out to the resources, but they told us since it wasn't actually a condemned building, we would have to wait until that was the issue, but we didn't want to wait for that. So the only help I got was after talking to you.
We showed Councilmember Danielle Jurinsky the video. Today, she helped the couple move out and find a new place to live.
The city nonprofits have lined up to help the migrants that have come here, but nobody is helping the American citizens, the residents that are trapped in these apartment complexes.
The Romeros tell us others living here had been asking when they'd be moving out.
And this isn't just Americans. This is other Venezuelans that are living under this control, that are being extorted by the control of this gang.
While we were on the property today, even before we left, we were told other people were moving in and taking over the Romeros unit.
We did speak to the mayor's office this afternoon. They sent us a statement saying that so far there are no code enforcement violations taking place at this complex. The mayor's office also responding in part for the Aurora Police Department. They're telling us that the police department here has seen that video that we just showed you. There is a lot more to this story. We'll be covering it in the days to come.
Let me pivot for a second and show y'all a second video just so y'all can get some insight. Because the mayor is trying to address the Denver mayor, Mike Johnson, who was one of the people that was aligned with Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams and all of the rest of them, him trying to address the migrant issue.
To that story that's grabbing the entire nation's attention. Fox 31, the first to obtain these videos of alleged gang activity at Aurora apartment complexes. Mayor Mike Kaufman telling Fox News gangs have pushed out property management through intimidation and are collecting rent.
Police in Denver also on high alert. We spoke to Mayor Mike Johnson about how the Mile High City is tackling these issues. Fox 31's Aaliyah Sims getting some answers for us tonight. Aaliyah.
Yeah, Erica, Mayor Mike Johnson said Denver police have already been working with federal, state, as well as other local agencies because they were made aware of the problem early on. Now, he says while there's no evidence of Denver apartments being taken over by Venezuelan gangs, he says they are providing a heavier police presence in areas that are a risk.
Yeah, I saw it and it's infuriating. It should never happen in this state. It should never happen in Denver.
That's Mayor Mike Johnston's reaction to the many videos that continue to make headlines about Venezuelan gang violence in the Denver metro area.
Obviously, that video was not taking place in Denver, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure it doesn't ever.
In a statement, Denver police appear to indicate the same, saying they take the presence of the TDA gang seriously.
They got a name? Why you didn't tell me that they had a name? So wait. The migrants over there, they got a name. So Trende Aragura? Trende Aragura? They got a name? Did they come over here with a name or did they get themselves a name once they got here? Y'all let me know. Do they have a name? The people that is from Venezuela or the people that speak something different, what does this mean? They already had a name or they made the name when they got over here? Jesus Christ. This is insane.
While DPD says they believe there are reasons members of the gang are tied to crimes in the area, the department says they are not aware of any apartments being taken over by the group within the metro area.
We're not tolerating that in Denver. We don't see any evidence of that in Denver.
I find it very hard to believe that has not gone into the city limits of Denver.
It has.
Maybe they don't have enough intel yet to specifically say that they can tie that to the TDA gang.
James Albee, law enforcement procedural expert, says he believes city leaders are downplaying the seriousness of the problem.
They're trying to mitigate some of the fear and concerns that the community may end up having over this gang that I think is growing more and more every day.
He says the problem has already been identified, specifically in Aurora, and there should be more focus on how to address it.
There is a growing criminal element in Aurora that they can't deny. And I think, again, that's why they've got that task force involved in this, to try to gather intel and to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together.
So Trump was right. Trump was right. And you can tell that these is different floors because some of the other doors was white doors and then other doors was red and white doors. So these are on all of the different floors. Trump was right. At the end of the day, when everybody was like, oh no, they ain't emptying out the prisons. Now you got the evidence of it. Trump was absolutely right. This is wild. This is crazy that this is really happening in a major city in the United States of America. It's not even happening in like way out in the burbs somewhere or whatever. This is the middle of the country in the United States of America. This is taking place. This is crazy. You got women with fupas and sandals, dudes with guns that broke into the gun store. First thing that they did was they went and cased out the gun store and they went and broke in the gun store. Jesus Christ, man. Are y'all ashamed of yourselves yet? Are y'all happy with the results that y'all getting? Are y'all happy with the way that y'all voted? Are y'all supporting this mayor over here and these governors and these people that's literally letting them overtake and overrun y'all entire cities? I'm deploying every resource that I got. I'm shutting everything down. Getting everybody out of here, shutting everybody down, and then y'all should be happy. I hope y'all happy with what y'all got. I hope y'all happy with yourselves, but this is what you get when you continue to vote the way that you're voting and moving the way that you're moving. Let me read it.